And we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to Not Quite Novelist. This is the show where new friends are made, literally, and new worlds are built live and on the spot each and every episode. My name is Savannah. If you don't know who I am, how the hell did you get here? If you do know who I am, then you know that there are two things in this world that I love almost as much as I love making OCs and doing all this world building and doing this stuff that I do on the show, and that is TTRPGs and K-pop, which is why this week's guest is absolutely perfect because I have Spunky Taylor. Woo!
Hey.
Um, I'm so excited. Welcome, Taylor. Welcome to the chaos.
Hey. Hey, happy to be here.
I'm so excited to have you here because it's also a very special episode. Because and I'm gonna light the candle on this real quick because Not Quite Novelist turns 1 year old today.
Woo!
Woohoo! Technically tomorrow is the official 1 year anniversary, but it's Super Bowl Sunday, which is the actual anniversary of when I started streaming. I don't know why I started streaming on Super Bowl Sunday, but here we are. So, happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Yay!
Woo!
I got cake, and for any other K-pop fans, you know that yesterday was IN Day. Specifically, any other stays in here. So I got some strawberry cake for him. So, and I'm very sparkly, and I wanted to get this because it matched the strawberry cake that I bought. So, all right. Well, a couple of points of order. If you guys do hear people cheering or anything because of the Super Bowl, there are people in my house watching the game. I'm not gonna tell them to be quiet. People are gonna cheer, you know? Second, if you see my laundry behind me, no, you didn't, mind your business. Uh, and yeah, that's it. I did not have time to update the overlay yet because I have uh strangers in the house. She doesn't even. Yeah, yeah. I just ran over. No, I have other people living in this house who invited people to come over and watch the game. And I have met them before, so it's fine. People didn't break into my house just to watch the Super Bowl. That'd be crazy. Could
I'm
you
glad.
imagine? That'd be
Other thing,
nuts.
I was gonna say, if anyone here is cheering in my house, let me know because I will have to a few questions.
Because we might have problems.
Yeah,
Um,
we will have problems if
yeah,
anyone cheering in my place.
I love that. That's hilarious. If they're cheering too, I feel like that would be like the concerning part of like, if you're breaking in, why are you so loud? You know?
It's like, wow.
Super pumped. I love it. Okay, we've just gotten started and Game Jousters is already redeeming. Ask a question. What's your question, Game Jousters? Taylor, who is behind you? Oh, Jousters,
Me.
what is wrong with you? Don't be
it's
creepy.
like that Felix video. There's no one behind me.
I love it. No, my favorite is was it Songhwa and San, where it was like there's a ghost behind you and you turn around and it's San wearing like a mask, like a face mask, and he's just like whoop, 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 whoop. Starts wiggling. Anyone who doesn't understand ATEEZ or Stray Kids references, LOL, sorry. There's gonna be a lot of those this episode.
Sorry, I'll try to
So,
explain as
yeah.
much as I can in grave detail.
Yes. So, I've got my Karma Cup. Give it to me by you,
Karma,
Taylor.
karma,
Wonder where
karma,
I got this.
karma. Hip hip.
Hooray! I
I
love
didn't know
it.
what cup we got. I'm not gonna lie, it was a mystery to me.
Oh,
So I'm
really?
glad to see it. Yeah.
It was the Karma one. I drink out of this. It usually
Yay!
stays in my car, because this is my car water. But I had to bring it out because I was like, I feel like no other cup makes sense to have for today.
Yeah. On my end, I was only in charge of getting you that album. So after that,
Awesome.
I was like, I left everything to them.
Yep. I got both of them over there. I've got a whole. So all of my CDs usually live in a drawer under my bed. But specifically my K-pop albums live on that little shelf unit over there. So,
Nice. My CDs live in the fake albums I showed you, the vinyls I showed you
oh,
guys.
incredible.
There's,
I
there's
love
a
it.
slot that you can put a ton of them in there.
This cake is really good. Okay. Before I get distracted by cake and K-pop, let's go ahead and get started. So I described it a little bit before we got started. I've got these two teacups of fate. I'm gonna go ahead and draw a theme and a tone, and we're gonna see what kind of chaos we can create today. The fun part is that I'm not gonna tell you what the prompts are until I draw them. Oh. Sometimes they come out and they are so perfect that I'm like, oh, you know exactly who my guest is this week. Interesting.
I hope it's vampires and K-pop.
I don't have K-pop in my list here. I do have some of the one of the prompts that I have is like rock stars and influencers. So, but those are not it. That's not the theme that I drew this time. Let's see. If I draw the one that I'm thinking about, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. Yes, I did. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so funny. All right. So give me 2 seconds. Let's go ahead and pop those on the screen. So our theme is pirates, and our tone is cyberpunk.
Of course. Of course. I can
Yeah.
hear the screams of Mare across the
Pumping
state.
adrenaline. Okay,
Yeah.
so for those who don't know, K-pop references, ATEEZ, uh, it's there's a lot of ATEEZ happening here. There's a lot of ATEEZ happening in this group, which is great because I have been blasting the song Adrenaline all day. Yeah, ATEEZ released their album Golden Hour Part 4 on, was it Friday? Friday it came out?
Yeah. Friday on the 6th.
Yeah. And yeah, a lot of their just vibe aesthetically is very, honestly, like the VR concert was very cyberpunky. That like threw me into, I've been obsessed with cyberpunk aesthetic ever since. But their crew is known as like pirates. Oh my gosh, watch streak, a 10 stream streak. That's crazy.
Ooh.
Thank you. Holy shit, that's awesome. That honestly makes sense for you. If I straight up told Taylor before we got started that if I have one person in my chat, it's gonna be Game Jousters. Like if I have one person chilling here, it'll definitely be you. So hell yeah, thanks. I need a piece of cake. Where did my fork go? I don't think I'm gonna be able to eat my cake. I don't know. Best days of the week: Sundays and Wednesdays. True. Wednesdays are when Gals and Goblins upload new episodes for their podcast. And if anyone watches my stream, you know I love Gals and Goblins. They're so silly. Okay, so pirates in a cyberpunk world. How do we do this in a way that we're not just like creating ATEEZ lore? How do we just not fully recreate all of them, even though I really want to? Because I think that'd be fun. I will say, so I have I was telling you this before we got started with the stream. I have a friend who's been like my primary like RP partner for like years now. And I have one OC that I made for him that was a very like cyberpunk world. I kind of want to like figure out a way to like recreate him into whatever we're creating tonight. He's like the pirate captain. Mostly because I like his aesthetic, because it is Hongjun from ATEEZ. But I gave him, so he does wear an eye patch, but it's because behind the eye patch is a cybernetic eye.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. That immediately I'm like, I don't care what else I do, he's gonna wear an eye patch, and behind the eye patch is gonna be like a cybernetic, like a camera lens almost of an eye that like, maybe the eye patch is made out of a certain mesh where it's like the lens can see through it, but it looks just like a normal eye patch, so you can't tell what's behind there.
Oh, I like that.
I think just aesthetically that's cool. I don't usually jump into like what the character looks like immediately, but that just was like, I don't care what else I do, I'm giving my character that aesthetic. Like that look has to be incorporated somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know what he would. I don't know what it would be like used for. Like, is it like a camera? Is it like a like could he like see through walls or something? Or is it like
Is it
maybe
like a
it's like
mini
a
computer?
could be yeah could be like a
Like, so you could
little.
just pick what application you need on the eyeball. Do you need a
That's
camera? Do you
crazy.
need it? We'll
Yeah,
do
I
it.
love it. Maybe he has like a ooh, like just working with like aesthetics and stuff. Maybe he has like a certain like bracer or something where he like opens it up and it becomes like a little keypad, you know?
Oh,
Where he can
cute.
like pick like the setting or pick like maybe he'll pick
Yeah.
like different settings and one setting is like it detects like heat signatures so it can see like people moving through
Mm,
things. You know, I feel like
yeah.
that would be really cool. So like
Yeah,
he's
that'd be
got
dope.
different settings of like one that's like night vision, one that's like
Mhm.
heat, yeah, like heat signature. Yeah, I feel like that'd be interesting because it would help him like see through walls and see through or like
Yeah.
around corners and stuff like that. Yeah, I
Yeah, I
like
like
it so
that.
far. Cool. Um, well, I already decided that mine is gonna be a Hongjun face claim because I can't I can't resist that. Who do you think that you would use one of the ATEEZ guys as a face claim for your character, or do you want to choose like a different vibe
I think I'll
aesthetic?
probably choose a. I think I'll probably choose a different
Yeah,
vibe.
cool.
Of when I think of the character, the immediately what I think of is two of the fingers are robotic, and it's
Ooh.
like wires straight to here, so like it could be a finger gun.
Oh, that's cute. I like that actually. That's cool.
Uh, and there'd be like a metal plate here, and that has like aesthetically
Fun.
wires that look like veins going around their arm that
Yeah,
glows.
I love that. Oh, Game Jousters asks, what's a face claim? Okay, so face claim is when I'm creating an original character and I didn't come up with like an original design, or if I have like a specific celebrity, like an actor or a pop star or someone as like, this is the person that I want this character to look like. Almost like if I were casting this as a live action, this is who I would cast as them. So this is the person I'm going to have in my head as playing this character. That's a face claim. It's like I'm claiming that person's face for this character, if that makes sense. So
Hmm.
that's what, yeah. For people that don't know what a face claim is, that's what that means. It's just I am claiming his face. Yes.
Yeah,
I'm claiming his
it's
face for
helps
this
it
character.
easier to describe for folks.
Yeah, yeah,
Or
yeah,
that's
yeah.
like a visual aid learners.
Yeah. And then also for me, it's like I'll be able to go and maybe look up pictures of him or outfits that he's done and be like, oh, I can see this character like wearing this outfit or wearing this, you
Yeah.
know, or in this like situation because um ATEEZ, the band members are known as or they're like kind of like a pirate crew and he's known as their captain because he's the leader of the group. And so I feel like a little pirate captain. Do you think your character would be part of this like pirate crew, or would you be like? Do you
I
think
think
you'd
they
be
probably be a stowaway.
with Stowaway? That'd be fun. I like
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
The little rebel.
hmm, trying to decide like in a cyberpunk world, maybe they don't have like a ship. Maybe I'm trying to think like okay, you think of pirates and you think of cyberpunk, two very very different modes of transportation. And I feel like
Well,
transportation is really
I feel
important in
like
terms of
I
world
feel like it's
building.
the same thing. A spaceship.
You think it would be a ship? Like a I'm thinking like an airship kind of thing or hear me out on this. They have some kind of like cuz when I think of like cyberpunk worlds, weirdly enough, in terms of transportation, I think of like trains, but not like a normal like a choo-choo
Or
train.
train, you say.
I'm thinking like subway, like high-speed train kind of energy, right? Hey,
Yeah.
listen. It's
Ah, not even just.
I'm talking about trains.
Right, right. I
it's
am too.
it's about trains, y'all.
And nothing else.
Everyone go listen to Railway by Stray Kids.
And it's about trains and nothing else.
It's just about trains. My friend for a Friendsmas gave me the Hip Tape album, and so Railway has definitely been on repeat for me
Over
lately.
and over and over.
Trains are cool though. Trains are very cool, especially when Bang Chan is singing about.
Because it's about nothing else
Because it's
but
just about
train.
trains. Yeah, he claims it's just about trains. Anyway, um, so when I think about, I have so many hours in Derail Valley. What is Derail Valley? Is that a game? I've never heard of that before. Interesting. Um, but no, so I think of in cyberpunk worlds, I think about like a high speed train or like weirdly enough like subways, but like almost like futuristic looking. Um, and I'm imagining them like basically just like hijacking a train car, and that's like their mode of transportation.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that or I like the I kind of like the idea of like an airship, but I think like something. I'm only a half hour late. How's about that? What's up, Steve? Hell yeah, yeah. Honestly, we're just getting started too. We're immediately I started talking about K-pop because I pulled Pirates and Cyberpunk, and so thinking about ATEEZ. I'm very sorry for everyone who isn't as into K-pop as we are that are in chat right now because I'm gonna be making a lot of references. Um, but yeah, so I am starting to make a character that's kind of like a pirate captain or like the leader of this like crew in a cyberpunk world. So far the details that I have are gonna be that first off, let's talk about that I'm going against type, which is crazy. I don't usually make male characters in these episodes. Usually I am making very, very femme characters. I think I've only made a male character. Honestly, I want to say like twice, maybe three times.
Uh huh.
Like not very frequently. So it's very rare that I'll make a mask character. Um, so that's really cool. But he is a pirate captain who he wears an eye patch, but behind the eye patch is like a cybernetic, like almost like a camera lens that he can switch settings
Mhm.
to where he can go, like maybe see like heat signatures. He can kind of see like maybe night vision. I'll think of like all the different settings later. But and then Taylor, so far you've made your character is a stowaway as part of
Yes.
this crew. Um, but it's interesting having like two fingers be like almost mechanical, right?
Yes.
So then you like finger guns. I love the idea of finger guns.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like that will eventually become their nickname. Like my character would call yours finger guns as like nickname turned code name, you know?
Fingerings.
I love it.
The
Uh
stowaway fingerings.
Another question about going against type, how tall is he? Okay, now here's the thing. Savannah loves making a short character. I think almost all of my D&D characters are like 3 feet. Average on average is like 3 feet. Because I love making a small, just a little guy. I love him. Just a two apples tall little baby. And but I think I have one D&D character like in a home game that's actually tall, and she's like 5'10" or something. Cecilia is a notable exception. Oh, that's true. I did make a character that was tall for the one episode with Ryu that Game Jousters decided to write a book about, which is
Yeah.
crazy. But that character was taller. She was, I don't remember how tall I made her, but I did make her tall. But now, if I'm modeling this character after Hongjun, he's not like baby short like how I like to make baby short characters. Um, but when you compare him to the rest of his crew, he is. How tall is Hongjun in real life? He's like 5'8", right?
Yeah. Hanjun is 1 inch taller than Chris.
Which is really funny, but also hilarious to me because I say a lot about him being short, but I'm 5'2". So even like I would still just be looking up, you know?
Yeah, I was
I'm still like you two apples tall motherfucker.
I was like, I'm near the same height as them.
That's
I'm
wild.
5'9".
That's wild.
And you
OMG,
see me in person, so
oh my god, I'm taller than him. That The fact that he took that and sampled it in his song is hysterical. Someone going, "Oh
No,
my god, I'm
like
taller than
literally, yeah, like I love that they sampled that, and then I love on Stray Kids that they made the whole song called Giant.
it." Yeah. That cracks me up. Make him 4 foot, but he wears an exoskeleton, making him 6 feet. Um, maybe not that. Maybe not an exoskeleton, but I do like the idea of him wearing like platform boots that
Yeah,
make him hella tall. I think that like he wears like he's. I will give him. I will make him like 5'8". I'll keep that canon, but I do think he wears platform boots that make him like 6'2".
yeah, that's accurate.
I feel like that makes sense for this character. Yeah. So, do you think your character would be do you think your character would be like more masculine, feminine? Like what are you thinking for that?
I think more feminine. I would
Hell
get
yeah.
it more feminine.
I love it. 10 foot tall and dependent on aspirin. I'm not doing 10 feet tall. That's crazy. What did I told you Game Jousters was gonna start saying some unhinged shit. Uh, we
You
just
did, you did,
started,
you
dude.
did, you did call it out.
I did, I did. It's almost like he's been here for 10 streaks or for 10 streams in a row.
Kind of crazy.
Insane. I love it. We love a loyal fan. I have my own
Yeah, we
warning.
can.
You have your own warning. You also have your own list in my Notion page for this channel, Game Jousters. I had a planning stream where I came up with like I was coming up with like content ideas, merch ideas, whatever. And he started yelling some crazy shit in chat that I had to make a separate list of just Game Jousters unhinged ideas. Because I said, like, come up with merch ideas, hoping that they would come up with, like, I don't know, a design I could put on a sticker or something. But no, he said, Not Quite Novelist branded baby booties, and then also branded dog collars and leashes. I'm like, what about my channel has anything to do with dog collars? But here we are. So he's had plenty of his own, we'll call them unique ideas. um, Okay, I like that. So, oh yeah, you did say Not Quite Novelist branded socks. Honestly, I would do the socks thing. If I could figure out a way to manufacture them, I would do that because I think that's fun. Okay. So, in terms of transportation, because you said you stowed away. So, are we
Yeah.
thinking like maybe like airship or like a kind of like airplane kind of situation or like air travel, or are you thinking more on the ground? I like the idea of like underground, like a train type of thing. We got
Yeah, we get
distracted
underground
about the
train.
trains conversation, so
Yeah. I like the underground train. We could do
yeah,
that.
I like that. Okay, cool. Um, yeah, are we thinking that? So now I have to decide: do I want the pirates to like be the ones in control of the train, or is this like a public train that they just hijacked a train car and it's like that's their like spot,
Why
where they
not
like
both?
travel around? Could be
Like
both.
in the past, they hijacked it and took it, and they took it over, and now they've been traveling around it for years.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Yeah. Maybe it was like, ooh, I like this idea. Maybe it was like it used to be like public transport, but they completely hijacked and took it over, and now that mode of transportation is no longer public, like is no longer like a
Yeah,
use. And I feel like maybe it's been so long that now people are like, oh yeah, like what was life like when people had this one weird mode of transportation? They had
yeah,
to find different things because this one train is like so in this like part this like region that they're at, um they had to find other, maybe that's why people like above ground use like more air travel, like this like hover car type of air travel, or maybe they have like sky trains and stuff, like
yeah.
railways that are built high up. Hello, amazing humans. Hi, Aurora. How you doing?
Hello.
We are working on a cyberpunk pirate crew, um, where my character is going to be the captain of this like pirate crew that hijacked a subway train, hijacked a high speed underground train, which I like the idea of. That's why the city had to start building, like, change the infrastructure to build these, like, honestly high up, like, bridge, like, SkyTrain type of things that go across the
Yeah.
city. Because one, less likely to get hijacked and stolen because you can't hide underground if everyone can
Yeah.
see the train. Um, so why do you think your character would have stowed away? Why was your character like on the run from something?
Yeah, I think like I feel like they would be on the run from like
Nice.
either from I think she would probably wrong place at the wrong time kind of moment, and they blame
Ooh.
her for something that happened,
Yeah.
and so
Maybe saw
everyone's
some
like
shit
chasing
go
after.
down.
Yeah, so
Ooh,
maybe
what?
like a different mafia team caught her in something, and
Yeah,
running away.
I was gonna say, what if one of my, like, pirate captains, like, what if one of my crew members, like, was, you know, up topside and, like, doing some shit that he shouldn't have been doing, right?
Yeah,
And your character
yeah,
saw it, and my character, like, and this character, he was, like, trying to get away. He was trying to, like, he basically was just like, scapegoat. Here, I'm gonna give you this thing that I, like, stole, and then run away. That kind of thing of, like, I'm gonna
right.
leave. Oh my gosh. Hello. Did I hit a follower goal? Holy shit.
Hello,
Oh my
you
god.
did
Yay. Thank you.
170. Congrats on the 1 year.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Cammy the geek. Oh, geekish chic. Oh, that's cute. I love that. Hi. Thank you
Hello.
so much for the follow, Cammy. We're celebrating one whole year of Not Quite Novelist. That's crazy. I have cake here. I can't find my fork, so I haven't been able to eat the cake. I don't know where I put it. Um,
Thanks
I
for
follow
following
Taylor
me.
too. Please follow Taylor. Taylor makes awesome shit. Yeah,
Hello.
love it.
Thank
This is.
you.
I'm so excited that you get to be here to celebrate 1 year. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm
Cake
excited to
is
be
finger
here.
food. This cake is not finger food. That's crazy because I'm not gonna sit here licking icing off my fingers this whole stream. I'm not here for that kind of ASMR. That's not my type of content.
That is
Um,
on my channel. So you tell
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah. Wait till I guest over on Taylor's channel, and maybe
Oh,
I'll
my
do that.
post. I think I made a post in Stayville.
Oh
If
yay!
that's where Kimmy came from,
Oh
I
my
don't know.
gosh!
I
Yes.
made two posts. I don't know.
I
Welcome.
should have honestly. I should have done that. Should have posted in the Stayville.
Yeah, yeah, for Stayville.
What's up?
Yeah.
There is quite a bit of. Oh my gosh! Hi Mika. Thank you so much for the lurk. On another stream. Well, I appreciate you showing up. Yeah. Well, welcome. There's a lot of K-pop references here. We're talking a lot about. Just need that sub goal now. I do. I'm at 16 subscribers. What will happen if I get to 20 subs? Let's see. What do you guys want me to do? I already promised a mukbang with Reese last week.
Ooh,
I make up poppin', y'all. Oh my gosh, thanks. I did
thank
my
you.
because it's Super Bowl. I did my Seahawks colors. I also got my Seahawks nails, and that is the extent of my Super Bowl support. Just because
I
I know it's Seahawks, and I live in Washington.
I just really like this top, and I wanted to match with this top.
Valid. I love it. Nothing else about this matches other than my nails and my makeup. Everything else is like I got strawberry cake and I wanted a pink. Um, Hawks Need Revenge for 10 years ago. Yup. Okay. So, so back to what we were talking about. Oh, why was your character stowaway in our, like, underground train? I think what happened was that maybe my character was up trying to, or not my character, but, like, someone in my, like, pirate crew was up, like, stealing something.
Mhm.
And you were, like, witness to it. And as this, like, scout or as this, like, crew member was running away, um, yep, strawberry cakes for Ian's birthday. That's
Oh, happy
exactly why I got that. Oh,
birthday!
happy birthday! Oh man,
Happy
yay! I love that. That's awesome. Yeah, we got we got Not Quite Novelist's birthday, the channel birthday. We got Ian's birthday. We got Cammy's birthday. There's so much stuff to celebrate. I already blew out the candle. Otherwise, I would do it again. Um, I
This is
want to
so
eat
way.
this fucking cake. Where is my fork? Did I put it up here? No. Where is it? I'll find it eventually. I just want the cake. Maybe I'll take a break. Maybe if I take a break later, I'll go downstairs and get another fork. Anyway, not the point. So, Stowaway
No way.
character stole something, was on the run. Uh,
Well, we don't know they stole something. I just said they probably had a run in with a mafia or
well, this is
other
so.
pirates and stuff.
So I'm noodling here. I'm trying to think. Here's what I'm imagining. I'm thinking my character was going in and like stealing, maybe stealing like some kind of supplies or stealing something that they would need as supplies. Got caught and was running, and was like, "Oh, I need like a scapegoat. I'm gonna just throw this stuff at this random person and keep running."
Ah,
You know? And then that's how your character is like, "Oh shit, now I'm running. I guess I'll follow this person." And you end up like
yeah.
somehow on the train, like following the crew member onto the train and like hiding out. Be like, "Well, I can't get caught by the cops, and now I don't want to get caught by this random fucking thief who just stole, threw the stolen goods at me. So what am I gonna? I found my fork."
And that's what happens with the stowaways.
Can we
No,
tell
but yeah,
that
that's
my meds wore off already? Sorry, what do you say?
oh, well, yeah, that's the thing about too. But I feel like, well, in my picture, in my mind,
Yeah,
with
yeah, yeah.
the
Hit me with it.
character, I just feel like, it'd probably be like rivals to introduce the rivalry of whatever the pirates is doing. So to introduce that, she probably
Yeah.
just went there to like maybe like, again, wrong place or wrong time. She probably was just there to like drop off a package or something like that, but she didn't
Mm.
realize that package was like a decoration or something. So they think that she's associated with whatever is happening, and she just got paid for a small job just to help out family and stuff. And
Yeah,
then
maybe she's
as
like a
she's
gig
getting
worker,
chased,
like a
yeah, as
futuristic
she's
Uber
getting chased,
Eats.
yeah, and as she's getting chased by these other pirates, she's like, trained,
Mm.
and she hops in there thinking that she can like lose them, but then they couldn't chase her because they knew her territory they're about to hit.
Okay, so hear me out then. Hear me out then. I love this idea that she's getting chased by like these like rivals. Maybe she's running past like there's like almost like a the subway like
Mm-hmm.
where you go down the stairs. There's like a door there. Hold on, I gotta ban some
Mm-hmm.
bots in here. Get fucked. Uh,
It means all eyes are on you. You got bots.
yeah. All right. Anyway, in a cyberpunk world, you can use your nanobot hands to make a fork. You're right. I could if this was a cyberpunk world, I could make a fork with my hands.
Yes.
Um, no. So yeah. So while we're running, runs past like what would be like the door to like go down the stairs to like this subway. Um, but it's long since been like shut and no one ever goes down those doors, like it's not like a thing
Mm-hmm.
anymore. um but as you're running you just hear a psst and you're like, the fuck was that? Hey, get out here. And it's like quick, like the door just opens and you just see a hand be like, come here now, and you just like book it down these stairs into this like subway platform.
Mm, possibly. I think this is what girls just like. I just like the aesthetic of her just being at the wrong place at everywhere.
Yeah.
And she just
I
throw. I think she just goes into the trade, like doesn't know what is happening. She just thinks trains are trains, and she just ditch people, and then
trains are
she just
trains.
overhears like a meeting and being like, oh, and then like
Yes.
knocks something over, and be like, hey,
Yes. Yeah.
sorry,
Here's this meeting between all these people that are like, maybe there's like wanted signs all over the city of like the pirates'
yeah,
faces. So it's like, okay, you're running, you hide out in this like subway platform, randomly you see like a train with like the back like a door like kind of open, or like, the train's not moving cuz maybe like our my crew
yeah,
has like shit to do. And then you're like, oh, well, I'll just hide in here instead of like on the platform. No one's using the train, so no one's going to look on here.
yeah,
And then you start hearing voices and you hear this meeting, and then you look through like the like train like subway like window to the next car
yeah,
over, and you just see this group of all these dudes of like, you've seen these wanted posters, so these like
yeah.
very infamous wanted criminals,
And the train has probably been moving for like an hour or something, like in
Yeah.
rotation, so they're probably
Yes.
far out too.
At that point, the train is already moving. You're already out of
Yeah.
the city, and the like you literally can't get off because the train is moving now. Like we're going.
Yeah.
And then you hear this meeting and you see like all of these like known criminals and you're like, fuck. And then you hear like yeah, you like trip or like something knocks over and then all these guys just go like look over to like see you. You're like, ah!
Like, he's like, I'm just on my way. And then try to move to the next card over and
Oh,
came.
I dig it. Oh, that's so fun. Yeah. And then of course my character being like the captain, he's the one who goes out and goes into the car where you're trying to like hide at and is like, explain yourself? Yeah.
I
Who are
was
you?
like, the real question, who are you? No,
I love it. Oh, that's great. Okay. This is fun. I love this. I love that we've kind of established like okay, now I want to know cuz we already now know what my character looks like. Like obviously I'm going for Hongjun. Already crazy that I'm doing a male character. But I'm curious now, what would your stowaway look like? What's her vibe other than does she already come with the mechanical hands? Like is there lore as to how she got
Yeah,
those?
I think I like yeah, I think she already came with the mechanical hands. Like again, she's like been a messenger and stuff like that, and I think like if she messes up something, she loses like a finger or something like that.
Oh,
So during that time frame,
interesting.
and I think she's a very much of a technology builder girl, so she built her own fingers.
That's fun. Oh my god. We
And
haven't
like
even named these characters, but we already haven't asked the character. Taylor, I forgot to warn you about this. If anyone in chat feels like it after we've started establishing characters, you can redeem for 500 channel points Ask the Character, which means you can ask us something that we have to answer in character. like as so I have
ah
to answer this as the captain. So I have to like figure out what this captain talks about. What is this captain? How does he speak? How does he
yeah.
carry himself? Okay. Let's see. Captain, what do you usually ship on the high seas or on the rails? Okay.
All right.
I think when he get I think if he gets asked what do you usually ship on these high seas, I think he would just be like, "Wouldn't you like to know?" A bunch of stolen K-pop merch. Yeah. That's hilarious. a bunch of stolen K-pop merch. I would. Yeah,
A bunch of mysterious red cubes.
into gotta get into character. I think he's very like coy about it. I think he's like, yeah, wouldn't you like to know? Light sticks. Shit, listen, if there were pirates shipping stolen light sticks, you'd make a killing. Them bitches are expensive. I don't think I could
Yeah.
ever own a light stick unless it is gifted to me. That shit's expensive. I'm not
I was like, I always buy used light sticks because my Stray Kids one I got it from a
nice.
kind stay for $10.
Yeah, see if I were to find one like used or if I were to like secondhand or if it was a gifted to me, sure. But I don't think I can go into a store and actually buy one. I'm not spending
No,
$60
no.
on that, sorry.
That's the only
Uh
ones I'm willing to buy right now is
bootleg fan
eyelids right
recordings
now
from
because I can
various
decorate it.
concerts. Light sticks with some sort of mechanism in it. Okay, okay. Hear me out though. Wait, I actually love this. I do love the
A
idea.
lightsaber.
I do. I do love the idea of like maybe that's something that I feel okay. So aesthetically, I'm imagining like a light stick that has some kind of mechanism in it, like something that like maybe whirs around and it's like an actual. It can be used as like a flashlight, but it's maybe also like a scanner. But I feel like that's something that like the police force in this story would have, like any like the law enforcement, those who are like searching for the pirates, or the other like mafia, like the rival like mafia group. I feel like they would have it, but I feel like that's more of a that kind of like like cops instead of a nightstick, it's a light stick. Get it? Anyway. I could see like the law enforcement having something like that, but it's like a scanner trying to find pick up on people or whatever. Scans people's eyeballs when you're born. The government lasers a unique barcode ID somewhere in your eye. Okay, Wait, that's actually genius because I've established my character is missing one of his eyes, right? He's missing an eye because he's got like the cybernetic eye. What if like it's always like you have like a certain signature that is like engraved in your eye? I Game Jousters is on the same wavelength as me. What if when he started becoming a pirate and getting into this crazy like, lifestyle, he actually like took his own eye out and replaced it with the cybernetic eye? Disgusting. Could end up throwing some body horror in there,
And
but
then we just never know what the captain's real name is or who they are.
yeah, you never know what his true identity is. I kind of love that idea. No, that's genius. So yeah, everybody has like their own like laser. I do think he took his own eye out, but then the rest of the pirates found like a system. Maybe they found he can program his eye to mimic other people. Ooh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, like he has like if people are like scanning, doing like facial scanning and trying to find like the signature
Yeah.
in the eye, he can like have a different setting to like, show like the signature of other people. Eye patches could kind of be like tattoos with the Yakuza. Ooh, interesting. This is fun. I like the idea because at first we were saying like his robot eye almost like works like a camera, like a scanner. So like he's got
Mhm.
like a maybe like a keypad on a bracer or armband that can help him switch settings to like night vision and um like a heat signature, like a heat seeking kind of vision and things like that. Tie in
Yeah.
pirate tropes with the cyberpunk world. Yeah, I love this. That's awesome. Um this is so cool. I love this so far. Um so does your character like exclusively work for she doesn't like exclusively work for the other mafia, right? Is she like a freelance, like a gig worker kind of thing,
Yeah.
like
I
Cyberpunk
think she's a
Uber Eats?
freelance. I think she's Cyberpunk Uber Eats type of girl.
Cyberpunk
And
Uber Eats
the
is
way
great.
she, the rest of her outfit and stuff looks like she's black. She has bubble braids, very like
Cute.
steampunk Mad Max uh aesthetic like.
Listen, very gay for her already. I love her.
I
You
was
can't
like,
describe Here's the problem. Every time I have a guest on here, they start describing their character, and I'm like, I'm in love. It's a problem. I want to kiss her. I love her already.
I think it's like hazel eyes is a
Ooh,
big one.
beautiful.
I was like, yeah, probably like bandages is wrapped around her a lot and stuff
Ooh,
just to like hide her self in general.
yeah,
They hide her like her robotic veins from her two fingers and stuff a lot.
yeah. Oh my gosh, I
Just
love
so
that.
people don't, so she doesn't get a lot of attention to herself. She just wants to get her job done and just
Yeah.
leave.
Oh, that's fun. I love it. I feel like my captain character is interested, but I feel like the first mate of this crew is like our techie, like tech whiz, the one who like invents a lot of the stuff that we use and stuff, and is immediately fascinated of like show me everything that you're like. I want to study you and be your bestie kind of thing, and
Yeah,
I think it's because of that that the captain is like, all right, you can hang out with us, I guess. Like, this one likes you, so as long as you come and help him and show him everything he wants to know, you can hang out with us, and we won't toss you out.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't know.
that's
I think she would
fun.
be like that. I think she'd probably be defiant more in the thing. She's just like, hey, I just want to get home.
Yeah.
And I guess that's like that she ended up being boxed with the dilemma and being like, you have to say everything, and then you can leave.
Beads, cuffs in her hair, and some are actually a cyber rendition of a smokescreen or a mimic. That's fun. Yes.
Yeah,
Like so
fucks
like
with
yeah,
that.
maybe the different like cuffs and like the different like hair accessories actually have like their own like uses. Like a button will show like do like a projectile like hologram or something and like all these different like
Yeah,
things they all have their own uses. Oh, that's fun. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. That's really interesting. I love it.
I fucks with that. Yeah,
Hell yeah, hell yeah. So I think my captain character is like, okay, we'll get you home, but you have to do something for us first. And it's really just like, show us everything you've got, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that,
Like,
like,
she won't have much on her since she's a
yeah,
stowaway, but I think she would probably like show off like the beads, and then she probably like do the finger gun thing, and everybody probably pull out their weapons out on her, and she's like, "Whoa, whoa, I'm not actually gonna judge you, y'all."
yeah. Okay, hear me out though. I'm so invested. Yeah, me too. This is okay. This is the cool shit about this show. So, Cammy, you're new here. Just to introduce you to what we do on Not Quite Novelists. Um, every episode, I draw a prompt out of these two teacups of fate here. There are themes and tones in there, and then we'll just make up characters and do some world building and stuff. And I do this every week, and so every week it's a new guest with new characters, new stories, new prompts, and new everything. And every single time, I get way too emotionally invested within the first 10 minutes. I'm so excited about this. I love it. Um, I'm digging this so much. I
And
think,
it's the
oh,
Wattpad writers to come to the front right now and write
yep,
this story.
exactly.
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna need Game Jousters, get on this. This is your next writing project.
Thank you.
Okay, I've been here about that long, and same. Good. I love this. I hope you come back because it's only gonna get better. I keep having the most fucking creative people on this channel, and it's awesome. I used to write on AO3. Yes. Good. Um,
Yeah, it's time to
I'm
come out of retirement.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Why am I always late? Because I always stream at the exact same
Oof, ad.
time every week. And if you're late, that's fine. I'm still here. We're still chilling. We're working on fucking ads. Okay. I'm so sorry. I feel bad. I don't know how to stop that. I don't like the ads in the middle of the stream. I'm like, how do I turn that off? Okay, now you're back. Yay, you're here.
Yay.
I have made a pirate captain who runs a crew who took over a underground who took over an underground railway train, like a high-speed train, and that is their pirate ship. And we're dealing with the Stowaway, aka Taylor. Let's see. Ooh, maybe the beads reflect infrared light to blur their figure and faces on cameras. Genius! Oh shit, that's cool. Yeah, to block out like facial recognition. Oh, that's fun.
Your
I
next
like
writing
that.
project is to write this story.
Yes. I love that because I think the idea of it is like maybe you are like a freelancer, but you have found yourself freelancing a majority of the time, like doing gig work for like these like, illegal operations, for these different like
Yeah.
mafia, or it's like anything from doing Mythical Tyrion raiding. Hello. Welcome,
Thank
raiders.
you. Thank you for liking my
Thank
hair.
you. Welcome to our crazy show. Taylor, your hair is such a vibe. Literally, I'm obsessed with Taylor's hair. I'm obsessed with Taylor's whole aesthetic every single fucking time I see her. You're
Thank
so
you.
pretty. I think I shouted about that on Threads because you posted a thing and I shared it, and I was like, everyone go look at my hot friend.
Yeah, I wanted more attraction on my post about like I think I could pull my bias. It didn't
Listen,
go far, but so I'll probably pull it. I'll probably post
I feel
about it
like you
later.
could. I feel like you could. That's something we can talk about. That's
That's something we can talk about.
something we can talk about, and it's just me saying correct.
It's like
Hello. Oh my
I
gosh,
just
welcome,
need one
Raiders.
fan call. Nah,
That's
and
just
it would
one.
never happen because I don't enter fan calls.
I love that. I just need one. Oh my
But I
god.
will never try for it.
You know what? I get it. No, I love when people are like yelling like bias yourself, or like have the confidence of like you could pull your bias. And like the second I get confident enough to think that I could pull my bias, it's fucking over. But I don't think that'll ever happen because I also just end up biasing the twinks every time. Uh,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
Give me one chance. Just give me one chance, and I'll swoon anyone.
Incredible.
It,
I love it. Well, Raiders, we are working on some cyberpunk pirates
Hi,
here.
Raiders.
Um, okay, hear me out. I think
Yes.
that when the pirates are like, okay, you've given us as much like information or whatever as we want, we'll go ahead and take you home. And as we're going home, I think what if there's one conversation that you like overhear between the captain and like one of the crew members where
Yeah.
it's like the captain is like, no, I want her to stay. I want her to be one of us. I don't want to take her home. Basically, is like that was like an audition. Let's see if we can get her to actually join.
It was at first it was like she was like, "Am I about to get kidnapped?"
You're already here, babe. Like that's
Nah,
am
like
I getting off this train? Probably not.
it just sounds like she's not.
mm, I like the idea of basically the pirates kind of like wanting to like train you and like have you join, but like go back into
Mm,
the city and kind of be like our messenger or our like almost like spy, you know? Like keep
yeah,
doing
so I
what you're
think that's
doing, but
her.
report back everything that you're doing to us.
Yeah, 'cause I think she's
So
definitely like a retcon girl, like on
yes.
feet, like an on field technician, also like type of thing.
Yeah.
As her understanding technology and stuff, so she's very on the field. She hates office work.
Good. I love it.
Yeah,
I love the idea of her saying that and then everyone in the pirate crew just go, "Good. So do we."
yeah.
That's why we're here.
But,
Um
but I feel like some of them probably not. They probably don't see that as office work, but it's like if you stay on the train, that's office work.
that's it. This is the office. Yeah. Oh boy. She can be super helpful hacking into rail switches. I feel like the pirate crew has like a hacker and has like one that does it, but does it like remotely.
Yo song.
And you're yes, yeah, you're correct. I'm always trying to think of like now that Hong Jun is the captain, I'm like, okay, now what is the role for each of the other boys? Let's see. She can be super helpful hacking into rail switches or disabling, enabling sensors for other trains. I feel like the underground rail system doesn't work anymore, so maybe it's like they're trying to dismantle. That's another thing. What is it that they're trying to like? Are we just trying to dismantle the whole government and like take down all of the system, or is there specific like something that is like causing harm to society right now that we're trying to like rebel against basically? What is the
You have to
thing
break
that we're
that wall.
yeah, that song
Yeah.
gets stuck in my head so easily.
But we can go back to like no like ATEEZ lore with the like the red cube.
mm.
Get that
Okay,
get that adrenaline.
I'm gonna let you let's see, while my auditory processing is lagging, I understand a lot of what is said approximately 30 seconds after I hear it. That's a mood. I've been that way. Governments are paying pirates to mess with other governments or entities. I feel like that's the rival mafia. Like we've
Yeah.
got like our rival mafia, but it turns out that the mafia is actually like either the government is in the mafia's pockets or the mafia is in the government's pockets. But our
Yeah.
pirates are the ones being like, "Hey, you can't do illegal shit, but do it legally because the government's paying you to do this shit." Like that's just
Right.
there's so much like they see all the corruption going on in this like two very powerful dangerous entities, and I think our
Right.
characters are trying to like take them both down. So, you were saying something about ATEEZ lore. Here's the thing, I don't know a lot about canon ATEEZ lore. So I'm trying to like put together context clues because I keep seeing all these different like people posting theories and stuff, and I'm like, I haven't done the deep dive yet. Someone explain AT's lore to me.
Yeah.
I gotta do it. Happy to talk pirate lore. Love pirates. I do. Fanon until it's canon. Yeah. I'll tell you what I've been doing in like this RP that I have with my friend of like because I have a like cyberpunk OC that I make that I kind of do like a little RP in, and the story that we have is like the government keeps everybody like keeps the population in this general like kind of dazed like sleepy almost like half asleep state constantly because
Hmm.
everyone has their like government issued daily like vitamins, which is actually like a daily medication that's supposed to keep you asleep, and
Yeah.
their like rebellion, the thing that they're rebelling against is that they are like they're the awakened, they're the ones that actually woke up,
Hmm.
and they don't take their I called it what did I name the drug? I named it Neuralac.
Uh,
So go. Thank you. There's so much lore in this RP that we made just so that I wanted these two characters to kiss. But
Yeah.
I love it. But no, you know what's funny is we came up with the idea of they're called the Awakened, and they're like the idea of like, oh, you know, I woke up because I don't take this Neuralax stuff anymore, and I didn't realize till we were like deep into writing that lore that I was like, did we just reword them saying that they're woke? Is that is that a
Yeah,
thing that I
they're
did?
woke.
Did not do that on purpose. That was just
They're
I
so woke
recognized the
right now.
parallel after it happened, which I thought was funny. Historically a lot of pirates were about freedom for merchants. Okay, so yeah, maybe there's like something about like the market, um I kind of like the idea of maybe it being about food, like food supply. Like
Yeah.
the government is like, "Oh, you know, we should like standardize everyone's access to food." But then that means like actual um smuggle iodine to purify water. Ooh, could be a water supply thing. That could be
Got
interesting.
you. Why
I
not
like
all?
that.
It's just whatever the mission they speak to.
Yeah.
Probably just be probably use my girl to listen in on these government meetings and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and then she'll explain to them like what they're about to do next,
Ooh, yeah.
and then
Because
that's
maybe
what
it's
they
like
decide
everything.
to
Maybe it's
focus
all
on.
of this, like like everything is just very, very like government regulated, government controlled to like an extreme level, and yeah, we'll just have you transport water away from data centers. Yes. I like the idea of it being a water supply thing, actually. That's interesting
Yeah,
because, especially with the idea of like, yeah, water being, um, maybe this is like a landlocked city, like a landlocked area, so we don't have access to actual, you know, you know, water, a lot of water, reverse water world. And so like any water has to be almost like imported into the city. Hear me out because I love the aesthetic of the adrenaline music video, and I also love anything
and
very post-apocalyptic. This let me tell you about this adrenaline music video. It hit every neuron in my brain started firing the
every nook
second
and
that music video
cranny.
started because it gave me everything I wanted. It gave me like almost cyberpunk. It gave me post-apocalyptic. It gave me like combat dance court, like almost like it was every good thing that Savannah enjoys about fiction and visuals and storytelling happened in this music video. And I love it. And I like the idea of maybe this is like a very big, very like cyberpunk, um, like high tech kind of city, but the area, like the land around the city itself, no one leaves the city because it is a desert,
Mm,
you know, like very
yeah,
landlocked. And so I like the idea of the government being in charge of like the water supply that happens, um because so now all of the water that comes into the city for its population has to be like imported, but it goes through all these like regulated channels. So maybe the pirates are trying to find like natural water sources, and that's why we stay underground. That could
yeah.
be
I like.
interesting. Yeah. But I think it's like we know that there are wait, can I help you? I'm sorry, there's loud sirens outside. Super Bowl, man. I guarantee you that was some asshole getting drunk and doing something stupid. Anyway,
Yeah,
um but I like the idea of maybe it's uh maybe like our pirates will send like your girl out to go and like listen to these here with a lurk because I'm being made to Super Bowl. Well, Kelly, thank you so much for the lurk. I appreciate you very much, and I love you. Everyone help me bully Kelly into getting onto my channel because I've been asking her to guest on this channel for way too long. It'll happen one of these
yeah.
days. I love it. Um, yeah, maybe like we're sending your girl out to listen to these like government or mafia meetings to um to hear like try and get any information on like where they're getting these like water shipments, where they're getting it, and how we can that way we can kind of work on our end as pirates to get
Yeah.
access to those like importers. I think that could be really interesting. What if the government is lying about the water supply, but what made the pirates go pirate is they found a fifth grade textbook describing the water cycle. Wait, that's actually hilarious. Um, I kind of love that idea. That's great. Yeah, they found a fifth grade textbook explaining the water cycle. Um, okay. I have one. Uh, I have one hard question that I always dread asking and answering at the same time. What's your character's name?
Tatiana.
Beautiful. That was also instant. I'm so happy that you just knew it immediately. I love it.
I the way I do world buildings of characters and stuff, I
Yes.
usually go with number. No number. I usually go with names first, and then describe it, and then backstory.
Ooh, okay.
That's the
That's
way my
that's
brain
something I
always
love.
process.
That's something I do love asking is like, hey, how like that's the only real like interview part of this talk show is that I like asking people what are your naming conventions? Like how do you name your characters? Cuz I've done it into there's the siren again. I can hear it going off outside. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but I can. It's really loud. Uh, there's a lot. My god. That's like 3 cars. Anyway, I'm sorry. That was distracting.
Cheering the Super
My
Bowl.
god, honestly makes sense. Someone's getting shit faced and making bad choices. Um, but yeah, I asking like how do you like name your characters? I think it's really just interesting because some people will be like, okay, I'm gonna look up like the name of a character. I'm gonna look up like names and what their meanings are, or names that mean certain things, and that'll kind of like be meaningful in the story. Or it's like sometimes, because for me, sometimes the characters are just the voices in my head, and they'll just be like, "Hey, this is my name," and I just have to go, "Okay," I just have to move on with my life. Um, but yeah, so just for funsies, I googled what does Tatiana mean just to see because I'm curious. Um,
Yeah.
I have a lot of baby name websites that are like my go-tos. According to, because I name a lot of characters, according to thebump.com, Tatiana, uh, origin either Russian or Roman, and it means fairy princess or queen or fairy queen. And that's adorable. And I do feel like my character, I do feel like my pirate captain would call you princess, because that's adorable.
She probably
Yeah,
hate every minute of it.
good.
Yeah.
I love that. Oh my god. Um yeah, I think my pirate crew really just goes by Pirate Captain Craig. Not happening. I'm not
Oh,
naming him Craig. Um Game Jousters, I love you. I try to take all of your insane ideas into consideration. Craig, not happening. Um, sometimes you just gotta go, hey, no. Um,
hey, no.
no. That's one of my favorite quotes from Brennan Lee Mulligan of like as a DM. Sometimes you just have to go, hey, no. You just have to say no.
You just
Um, I
nah,
I
bro.
think that my pirate characters mostly go by code names. I think Captain is like his code name, but that is what everyone knows about him. And I don't think anyone, maybe like just the first mate, just one person knows what his real name is. But it's just are you saying Leslie with the EIGH? No, I'm not doing that. Also, my face claim for this is a Korean man. If I'm gonna name him anything, it's gonna be something Korean. My God. Anyway, but I think like he just goes by Captain. I think everyone knows him as Captain. No one really
Yeah,
knows him by any
Captain
other name.
Cap.
Yeah, Captain or Cap. I honestly, I feel like no one. I do feel like Tatiana would call him Cap. If he calls her Princess, she calls him Cap, and everyone is like, because no one shortens it. That's not like it's not a nickname. It's a
Yeah.
code name. And so the first time she says Cap, everyone's like, did she just say that? And he lets it slide. I am this has happened a couple times on this show, but I am a sucker for when one character has a nickname for another character, and this is a character that no one nicknames. Like no one is allowed to call him a certain thing, but this one has just given him a nickname, and it's like, you were the only person allowed to do that to me.
But part of the
Ooh.
bad is like we basically kidnapped her. I guess you can say it.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
Let's see. Cammy says, I'm just hearing some sort of dialogue while they're in the midst of some sort of battle, and he calls her princess, and she gets this surge of power to finish the opposition, and then stomps up to him and punches him in the face to say, my name is not princess. I kind of love
name is not princess.
it. I love it. Let's see. There was a guy I knew in Korea that was named what was it? Kim Jong Un, which was unfortunate to say at the least. Hongjun. I don't want to name him actually Hongjun because I'm already taking his
Right.
face. I don't want to take his name. I do frequently just Google Korean names because I've had a lot of like Korean face claim characters lately because K-pop. So that's been an interesting thing to study is naming conventions in Korea.
Yeah. So there's a lot of Troys, there's a lot of Juans, because there's like from
Yep.
Itzy, there's Jessie, but she's Juan Chechi.
I just recently learned that Choi is really only pronounced Choi in America, but they pronounce it Che.
Che, that makes sense.
Yeah. And I was like, that's interesting. I learned that because I started following this
Che.
I started listening to this podcast called Chasing K-Dramas,
Yeah.
which I've been binging this podcast because what they'll do is they'll pick a popular K-drama and then for a season they'll dissect like episode by episode, which is great
Yeah.
because I don't have the time to watch K-dramas because I don't know Korean. So I can't sit and like dedicate my whole time to just watch this show and read subtitles. I have to like be doing other things. But they will go through like a season and just dissect it episode by episode. And it's Chrissy Choi and Dulce Sloan. I love Dulce Sloan because she's hilarious. But the podcast is really fun. And I learned that, yeah, they pronounce it in Korea, they pronounce it Che.
Che.
Let's see. And he's
It's
really
like
into
Che
name
and
etymology
Che.
and is like, well, actually, I love the idea of the captain being really into name etymology and being like, technically your name is Tatiana, so yes, you are princess. Your name is princess.
Did you want?
That's hysterical.
But
Actually,
in reality,
that's really
I met a new friend and her name is Tatiana, and I said I really like your name, so the next time I make a character, I'm naming her after you. So.
That's gorgeous. I love it. I have this thing I want to do, but I haven't actually started doing it. But I've been named. So my name is Savannah, and you would think that that would be easy enough. I'm named after a fucking city, right?
Yeah.
One, apparently it's the hardest name in the world to spell correctly.
Correct. Correct.
The easiest, like the most common misspelling is people will forget the H, or they'll only write one N instead of two.
Yeah.
That one I don't really understand. The missing H I understand because that's also a word. You know, Savannah is a word without the H. But I've had so many bizarre spellings. I think the weirdest one was Syvana.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I was like, that's
Savannah.
a fantasy. That's a fantasy spelling of Savannah. But I've also had like people call me Susanna, people call me Samantha, Stephanie. Don't understand that one. Hannah, Anna. I think someone once called me Sierra. Like, I just want to go through all of the names that I have been called that is not my actual name. And just every character I play is just some variation of a name that you could mistake Savannah for.
That's funny.
Because I think that'd be...
My
Savannah.
like my bestie of 15 years is like their name is Savannah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she goes through the same thing, and I was like, I only seen it spelled out this one way, and that's it.
Yeah. Whenever someone like says like their name is Savannah or they know someone named Savannah, I'm like, okay, but how do they spell it? Do they spell it weird?
Yeah.
Do they spell it the correct
it.
way? Like, do they spell it correctly? Savannah banana fee fi fo. Wait. First off, stop it. Yeah. Fun fact, I have a Savannah Bananas t-shirt that my dad got me once because I really like the Savannah Bananas. Also, I've never been to Savannah, Georgia. My sister
My
and my
Savannah
dad once
went.
went. What?
It's like my Savannah went. She went to Savannah because she's like, I just want to go to my name.
I would love to go at least once. It's on my travel bucket list. My dad and my sister once went without me, and I'm still salty about it. That was like 15 years ago, and I'm still mad
Dang.
about it. So if anyone wants to help me get a plane ticket to go and visit Savannah sometime, go check out my Ko-Fi.
Coffee. She got the
Go donate.
coffee.
If you, oh, I didn't actually plug this, and I'm so sorry. Anyone who is new here, if you go and donate to the Ko-Fi, I have some, uh, I do have some, like donation rewards in there. $5 will get you um, a one card tarot pull, and $10 will get you a one card tarot pull. And I make a character based off of the card that I pulled. If you feel like getting a quick little tarot reading from me, go donate, because I'll do that in the stream. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, moving on from there, I forgot what my password is to this. Okay. Cool. Oh my god, I feel like we've gotten so much done already. I want to like let's go through real quick what all we've made. So we've got the captain, who what's your password? I'm not telling you.
Banana.
So we've got the
Banana,
captain
banana.
who runs a pirate who runs a pirate crew that works off of an underground high-speed train that they have hijacked years ago, and it ended up shutting down the entire underground subway system of this city that we're um in this landlocked, surrounded by desert city, because the only water supply allowed is highly regulated and only imported through like the government. um End up getting a stowaway because Tatiana maybe ran like one like delivery or something and ended up seeing some shit that she was not supposed to see when making this delivery, and or maybe like saw what was in the package that was being delivered or something, and it's like, oh, you've seen too much. And while she was on the run, jumped down into the subway station that should have been closed, hid
Yeah.
onto a train car, and after the train was already moving, ended up after the train was already moving, ended up overhearing another meeting that she was not supposed to hear between all the
Yeah.
pirates, and then getting caught.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Oh, do you think the reason the Underground Rail Network exists is because it's a new New York situation? I think it was. I think the thing is, it was a new New York situation, but they shut down the underground rail system and like shut it off from and I think maybe what happened was that like it also used to be a train that like could get people to travel out of the city.
Mhm.
And like when the pirates hijacked it, I think it actually, this is going to be crazy. I think the government actually cut off like all travel between like other cities and this city. So it basically cut them off from like all other civilizations. So we only have this one city that we're in. And it's because their operation was found on this train. And so they shut down the underground rail system because they knew it was one of the only ways that they could actually get. Now he's getting into the nitty gritty. This is what Game Jousters does. Just starts asking questions that I don't know the answer to. Is the train steam powered, diesel, or electric? I want to say electric. It's a cyberpunk world. I feel
Uh,
like that makes the most sense.
yeah, it's obviously electric that they have to steal the electricity from the systems and governments. Because if
Yeah.
they're trying to stop them, they probably shut down the
Yeah.
underground to they probably shut it, so they probably like have to wrap around to a specific station over and over to charge it up. Basically, you need to gas it up. So
Yeah.
basically, they
Yeah.
had built
Yeah.
their own gas station area in a specific part of the city underground that they have to charge up the trains so they could use it for a while.
Yeah. Battery powered from stolen electricity. Yeah, I think so. I think
So
like
that's probably why
maybe
they have to plan out.
Yeah.
in day spans because like if they need a getaway train and it's gonna die here soon, it's probably not a good day. So probably the day when they're charging up is probably the days to do retcon missions.
Yes. Yeah. I love it. They only charge the batteries at peak hours to mask their location. Yes.
Correct.
I love it. That's awesome. And I
We're in the
feel like
same
they're,
wavelength.
huh?
Is that we're in the same wavelength?
Hell yeah. He knows
Yeah.
what's up. Oh, and then also weird little detail that we've created is that everybody has like a weird laser signature, like their social security number lasered onto their eye, which is why the pirate captain does not have a right eye anymore, or a left eye anymore, because he popped that sucker out. And I feel like what happened was like when the pirates like first kind of formed, I feel like the crew first formed because the captain like realized he didn't want this kind of life anymore. He was trying to leave the city and actually like escape and get out and go somewhere like to be free. So he popped his own like eye out, but then the other uh like maybe his one of his like closest friends whatever found him trying to figure out how to fix his face. Um
Yeah.
and and after that, when like the pirate crew all came together, they figured out maybe they found like a defective machine that was their like laser system of engraving this thing into their eyes, and each of them have like some kind of like scar like in their iris or something because they've
Yeah.
all now lasered off that like signature mark.
Yeah.
And like so all of the pirates have this kind of laser signature except for Captain because they didn't have that ability until after he had already
Yeah.
gross. It's really funny
I
because I
think
have these like baby dolls that I because I sculpt these weird little monsters as a hobby,
yeah.
and I have a bunch of these baby dolls that Dollar Tree doesn't carry anymore, which is sad because I used to have a bunch of them. And I'm just imagining because I used to pop the eyes out of them to use them in sculptures, and now I'm just like, it's so graphic, and I'm so sorry about it, but it's in my head so viscerally now of
Yeah,
how
you're
he did
good.
this to himself. I'm like, that is some body horror shit. That's so gross.
I think Tatiana still has hers. And she's gonna probably need to
Oh.
keep hers to do retcon missions.
Oh yeah, because she needs to. She actually needs to like blend in. Yeah.
Mhm.
Because I think okay, so what would convince her to actually stay and work for them? Is it like a blackmail thing? Is it like hey, I like you guys more than I like these other assholes that I've been doing this
Mhm.
like freelance
Probably
work for?
Stockholm.
Stockholm's it, yeah. She's with them for
Like
long
she
enough that she's like,
probably
you know what? I dig you.
yeah, she probably is just gonna like make the first deal with Captain about like, oh, you need to help us with this, and
Ooh,
then she's like, fine, and then you will send me home, correct? And then the mission
hopefully.
was actually fun and crazy and just like, and then but they
Yeah.
about to like, all right, you can leave, and then there was like, wow, you're really actually letting me go, and she's like, I think I can stay for a
Like,
little bit.
okay, I kind of don't want to now. Yeah.
It was like I think after they finish her first mission and then she sees
Oh,
the
yeah.
good in the world that happened, I think she's like feels like purpose again, what she needs to do.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to go
Oh,
back to her
imagine
something else, not pitch.
imagine something in the um something in the mission, like in the first mission goes wrong and the captain like saves her life.
Yeah,
Adorable. OMG, I'm
I think you're just trying to make
thinking
a ship happen.
yeah, listen. Listen to me right now. The day that I make a character that isn't trying to smooch somebody, you gotta hold an intervention because that's not me anymore. All right. I love a ship. I am a hopeless. Savannah's been hashtag called out. Hey, I own that hopeless shipper title with pride. Okay. I'm
I
sorry.
think
You think
like
I'm gonna
because
make
a lot
pirates without a ship?
because I think with me, it's like fun fact about me as Monkey Taylor as a player is that I just never have role played romance before. So that has not been a thing. I have always like thought about it in my brain with character creations and stuff. Which like this year I'm trying to start thinking about that more because that is a personality type for characters. is
Yes.
romance. Like, how would they feel about it in those situations, and kind of type of feelings they could feel in that situation.
Yeah.
So, but it's just a fun fact about me. That's something I never thought about with characters before.
I
Was
love
like
it.
love.
That's all I think about because I have been single for way too fucking long, and if I'm not getting any, I'm gonna make damn sure my characters do. Let me live vicariously through them. I think maybe that's coming up in Hex Heist, perhaps. Ooh, hey.
Me
Let's
looking at
see.
Kelly, he's like, "Who knows, Kelly?
Who
I don't know what
knows?
you're talking about. I don't know
I
what
need
you're
to
talking
listen to
about
Hex
with
Heist.
Agamemnon."
That's gotta go on. I Hex Heist is on my list. I have a list of APs that I need to like get onto and listen to. It's on the list. I gotta get to it. Wait,
I
what
was
did
like, "Kelly,
Cammy
where'd
say?
you come from?"
Uh, Cammy. Oh yeah, because Game Jester said life debt, and Cammy says that's like a thing though. I'm not sure if it's Asian, but I think it may be where your life sort of belongs to the one that saved it. I don't know if the captain would. What if? Okay, I'm gonna throw this out there. Feel free to tell me no, but I like
I try
this
to catch it.
idea. What'd you say?
You see, you gotta throw it out there, so I'll try to catch it.
Yeah, I'm throwing this out there. I think that what if the captain saved Tatiana's life, and Tatiana thinks that the captain is going to be like, oh well, now I owe you this, or like Tatiana kind of has that feeling, but the captain is like, no, dude, you for this time being, you were part of the crew, and that means I like it is my responsibility to protect and take care of you and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kelly, for the hydrate and the stretch. But I feel like
Yeah.
in terms of like feeling like the life debt, the audience and Tatiana and people feel like the captain is going to be the one to be like, ha, this is how I get you. Because up until now, the captain's like, I want her on this crew. I want her to be like, I want her to work for us. And he's made that clear. But
Mm.
when it comes to this, like Tatiana says something about like, I guess I owe you like a life debt or whatever, and Captain's like, absolutely not.
I
Because
think she'll
he's
be like,
like,
"I'll owe you one."
yeah. But I even then, I feel like, oh, I gotta hydrate too. I forgot.
I think like
Hydrate.
probably along the road when she like helps Cap that or save their life, that she probably go on the lines of like, "We're even."
Cute. I feel like the captain would be like, that's one thing I don't want you to ever feel is like, I want my crew is here because they want to be. My crew is here because they want to work here and because we have a mission and we have a goal and we have like things that we want to accomplish and achieve. And I don't think that there's any reason like you if you are here because you feel like you
Mhm.
owe me or because you feel an obligation, then get out. Like he's very adamant about that. He doesn't want you to
Yeah.
feel obligated. He wants you to want to be here because there's a purpose. Also, Game Jousters did redeem Ask the Character. So, what is the big job that cements the friendship between Captain and Tatiana? Well, I answered the last Ask the Character. So, I'm gonna hand this question off to Tatiana. Tatiana, what was the job that cemented the friendship between you and the captain?
Oh, that's a toughie one. Mm. It's like I think the big job that probably happened was to hmm, I think stop this chain restaurant from populating, because this chain restaurant was probably gonna like be making people sick, but most likely addicted to the food that is there over and over, and it just makes you keep on still wanting it, but you can still get sick, but you get sick if you don't drink it. So it becomes like an ongoing rotation over and over and over on it. So it starts off by like going to the original, it's basically like patient zero restaurant, taking that down, and then they take down the rest down, and then help encourage everybody to go to like the mom and pop shops nearby and have better food. Yeah.
You just hear Captain behind you going like, "Shop local."
Shop local.
Shop local. Jaden, hi. Thank you for the hydrate.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I love that. Yeah. If anybody wants to ask the captain a question, or you want to ask Tatiana a question, if you have 500 channel points, you can redeem those to ask us anything you want, and we will answer them in character. I need to start reminding my guests that that is a thing that we do before the session or before the stream starts, because I know that if anyone's gonna redeem that channel point, it's going to be Game Jousters, because he makes us answer weird shit in character. Let's see. So she thinks, oh no, I owe him, and he's like, nah, but chill if you want. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. The captain showing off farm grown strawberries versus the bland thing the government grows. Yes.
Mm.
I love it. Ooh, I think that maybe they used to, like, when they did hijack the train before the government shut off its access to, like, leaving the city. I think,
Mhm.
what if there was like an actual farm that they went to? Like, everyone thinks that it's just desert, like, around, and
Yeah.
it's not like anything that you can actually like farm, like plants or anything. But what if there was a farm that the pirates would go to find like actually fresh food? Now everything within the city is very like packaged, like packaged kind of like,
Heavily processed.
yeah. Basically anything that you would find in an American grocery store that's not in the produce section. um,
Yeah.
so it's not like actual fresh Whole Foods or anything. Um,
Yeah.
but now it's like a problem, and now the pirates like don't have their access. Oh yes, that's why I was asking about the climate weather in the world. Yeah, so what we're thinking is that like the entire landscape around the city is essentially like desert. I'm imagining, because I am a post-apocalyptic whore. I love anything like the
Ooh.
My Chemical Romance Danger Days. If you know any of those music videos,
Yes.
a lot of this my brain bases off of the Adrenaline music video that just came out for ATEEZ. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Yeah, no. Specifically, like MCR. First off, I am such an emo kid. Like, MCR is my favorite band ever. They're my alt bias, and they were that before I knew that that term was. They're my alt group before I knew alt groups were a thing. Um, but Danger Days, the Killjoys universe, is my longest running. My two concerts this year were Stray Kids and MCR. Oh, I'm jealous. My
Yay!
god, that's awesome. Holy shit. MCR
Amazing.
was my very first concert back in 2011. I was 15. Or no, I had just turned 16. And they were my very first concert. And then I also got tickets to go see them for their reunion tour. They were supposed to tour in 2020, but I ended up seeing them in 2022 because COVID like kept pushing
Justin
it back.
Bieber was my first ever concert.
Incredible. Now,
Mhm.
here's the thing, I grew up in Texas. If we include going to see the musical acts at the Houston Rodeo, technically, my first was Hillary Duff.
Love.
Um, yeah. But I say my first, like, concert was MCR. Um, I lived in Texas for 10 years. I born and raised, baby. Good
Born
stuff.
and raised.
Yep. That's why if you ever hear like the southern accent, see, I can feel it now. I'm not trying. It'll like just slip out. Like, I'll get real country real quick for no, like, it'll just slip out sometimes. I'll get
Don't
real
worry,
southern.
I'm the same way as in Kentucky, girl.
Yeah, baby. The
Yeah.
Lizzie McGuire movie disappointed me so much as a kid. I beg your finest fucking pardon.
Oh. Those
No,
were
no.
some tough, strong words.
All right, Game Jousters banned.
But
My youngest was born there, and my
uh,
grandmother is from
with
Georgia. My mom was born in
with
NYC. Damn, yeah.
with the world and stuff, like we can dabble because I have a home K-pop TRG game where I base it off of music videos and stuff.
Good.
So in my world and stuff, I have uh, District 9 and Stray Kids' universe hidden
Okay.
behind a force field in the middle of their desert
Oh,
that nobody
interesting.
knew. Never, the other districts of the world does not know that it exists and stuff
Yeah.
until like till my table broke through the force field to discover the actual other districts and stuff. So it's currently District 9 is kind of exposed right now. So I think our if we combine that with the pirates, they probably travel through to District 9 where they have fresh food and fruit and stuff, and it's hidden
Yes.
behind a force field, and nobody will ever know because they could walk through it and all that stuff. Almost like a Wakanda base, like
I'm
how
upset. First off,
Wakanda's
can
built.
I play in this game with you, please? Holy shit, that sounds like so much fun. Absolutely, 100%. And Game Jasters is still just talking about the Lizzie McGuire movie in the
You just think
he's
too
trying
much
so
out
hard
there.
to justify himself right now, fighting for his life in chat over here. Um, yeah, I first off, I'm obsessed with that. Second off, in this RP that I'm doing with my friend, we also incorporated as part of our like story, we incorporated the Blitz Club from the Thunder music video from 17.
Heck yeah.
Because we were like, oh, if
I
everyone needs to
love.
be like awake, you know, if the people in this world are awake versus like this like dazed like sleepy state that the population is in, well, where are they gonna go? They're gonna go fucking dance, you know? So they go to like this crazy
Yeah,
ass nightclub called Blitz. So I kind of like the idea of maybe there is like a club here in this world called Blitz too, and maybe it's
yeah,
run like one of the like ally groups that work like up top. Uh, Obviously, I'm gonna use S Coops as the face claim for that guy because why not?
yeah. In my world,
Obvi.
my table hasn't made it to there, and I don't think they're here in this chat, so I can spoil it. But with
Okay, good.
like in 2 sessions or so, they're probably gonna hit the in hyphen world here soon, and they're
Nice.
probably gonna be going to their vampire speakeasy, in which they have to figure out a tarot card to get in.
I dig that actually. Holy shit.
So they're about to
Yeah,
go to a vampire speakeasy.
next time you need new players, hit me up because that sounds fun.
Yeah, because this
I'm
is in
obsessed with that.
person. This is like my hometown folks. Because I
Game
don't
Jesters is
GM games.
still going, by the way. This is really funny.
And also, it's like since we have like newer folks in chat, if we want to give them one
Yeah.
free question, I don't mind.
Let's do it. Yeah. If you so yeah, you're right. We do have we have Cami, we've got some new people in chat. So if anyone does have questions specifically for Tatiana or the captain, or if you just want to ask us any questions out
About
of
the world.
character, and about the world, ask us. Whatever we say becomes canon because there are no you can't go off the rails if there are no rails to begin with in this show. You know, like it's just
Yeah.
we've got one rail and it's the theme and tone and that's it. And it's a wobbly
Yeah.
rail at best. There have been so many times where like what was it? Oh, it was the episode with Casper where
Yeah.
our theme was vampires and we just decided nah, the vampires are the bad guys, but our characters are werewolves, and the whole story is going to be about werewolves because that's what we want to
Yeah.
do. And so it's like, it's very much just like we can do whatever we want here. Game Jousters redeems. Ask a question. What's your favorite movie that betrayed? Okay, he's still fighting, fighting about the Lizzie McGuire movie. What's your favorite movie that betrayed the feel and soul of the show it was based on, and why is it the Lizzie McGuire movie? I'm not answering this question, Game Justice.
Cheetah Girls.
No.
Number 3 specifically. They
Oof.
that's not my
Oof.
favorite. Like it's
Listen,
my favorite
a
series, but
lot
3
of.
betrayed me.
Unfortunately, it is a lot of old school Disney Channel movies.
I love Cheetah Girls 1 and 2. Don't just but 3.
I love
I
Cheetah
felt
Girls.
very betrayed.
I don't remember what happens in each of them. I remember the movies. I just don't remember like
Well,
the
like, cause
distinction. It's
when I
been
try to explain the Cheetah Girls 1 movie to me, like I always tell the most bizarre thing I tell them is say, yeah, the girls sung in a sewer to rescue a dog, but with the
oh,
power of
right.
music and friendship.
Yep. Yep.
And it's like they'd be like,
Yep.
huh? It's like, yeah, that happened in the movie.
Yeah. um okay, if I'm going to answer anything,
And Cheetah
I
Girls 2, they
used
went to
to
Barcelona.
in high school, don't judge me about this people. I used to really love My Little Pony Friendship is Magic.
Oh,
Like my
warm it
first
up.
boyfriend was a brony. That's a thing that I have just announced online, and I hate the fact that I said that out loud. Um,
Brony.
my whole friend group, we were like super into it, and like each of us were like different ponies. Like we like would dress up
Yeah.
like them and stuff like that. It was a whole thing. Um,
I didn't know where to watch it on, so I never got
Crazy
into
lore
it.
drop. I was like super into it, and but then they did make a movie out of it, and I was just like, eh. And I think they did make like one like movie. I think it was like a movie or something. I never watched it, but it was something where they like turned into like humans, and I was like,
Uh,
it looks weird. I didn't like the way they were drawn.
yeah.
I didn't really understand what the story, what the plot they were trying to go for was, so I never watched it. And I didn't care because I preferred the show anyway. You know what?
Ooh,
Hell
maybe
yeah.
Winx Club, but like the reverse
Oh.
that they made it into a show, the
Yeah.
live
Yeah,
action
yeah,
show.
yeah.
I thought that was interesting, but like Winx
Technically.
Club wasn't my jam for a hot minute game because they copied. I'm sorry, this doesn't be my soapbox. They copied the show Witch. They spelled it out. They copied the show Witch, which is the
Yeah.
adult version of Winx. If you want to know the real story of the Winx Club, you watch Witch. It was on Disney Channel first, well Jetix first, whatever they called it.
Yep.
And like that's the real. You can watch it for free. It's on YouTube. All 45 episodes. Go watch it, and
You
you
know what?
understand.
I'm gonna go watch it. I
You
love that.
understand? Because it's a
That is
manga. It's a manga and it's a novel. And it's amazing. It's the best storyline ever. And I can't believe you
incredible.
got taken away because of Winx.
I love it. I love this. Listen, Taylor, you have put me onto so much shit that I've loved that I'm like, I'm just gonna every time you tell me that something is good, I'm just immediately gonna trust you without
I
question.
hope
So I'm
this
gonna go watch it.
podcast revives Witch somehow.
All right,
Not live
everybody.
action.
Here's the real here's the real chat assignment. Here's our mission, right? After this, we have to revive Witch.
Bring back.
WITCA. Bring back
Yes.
Witch.
Like the thing
That's
is, it was a popular show. It had a McDonald's toy. We don't support McDonald's, but it had a McDonald's toy, and that means a big deal if he gets a McDonald's toy.
Let me look this up because okay, is it like w.i.t?
Yeah,
Like is
dot,
it
yeah.
okay. Got
Because
it.
the reason it's spelled like that because everyone's name spells the word witch.
Yeah. Witch show animated series. Oh my god, I do remember this. Holy shit.
And it's very diverse. See, I'm just saying. Like I'm just sorry.
No, it's you know what's funny is like it's so interesting to me how shows like that are things that are like nostalgic and shows that like we loved and watched when we were like kids uh were genuinely some of them were so much more diverse because they didn't have to think about being diverse, you know?
Yes,
And like
it
I've
was
talked
such
about
a
this
diverse
before. When I
show.
was a little kid, I used to really love like the CD-ROM games, and one of my
Yeah.
favorites was Barbie Secret Agent.
Ah,
Um,
hell yeah.
to this day, I if I can get my hands on Barbie Secret Agent, I will become a gaming streamer. You will watch me play that all the way through. Like, and I will not. I will cancel every other plan that I have to play that game. Um, but
Will I get banned if I put a link in your chat?
please, yeah, I think you can. Um,
I hope so. Cool.
but
I didn't get banned.
heck yeah, hell yeah.
That's the
Um,
whole both seasons of whichever one. This is your homework assignment. Go watch it. Enjoy it.
revive
Live a
Witch.
childhood not
Bring
suck.
back Witch.
Bring back
Um,
Witch.
bring back Witch.
Animate it.
Um,
Not live
but
action.
but I recently found on YouTube like a playthrough of the game Barbie Secret Agent that I was like, oh, this will be fun to like have as background noise because I've also watched playthroughs of like the old like I Spy CD-ROM games or like
Yeah.
the one that blew my mind and sent me back to 1998 was the CD-ROM. I found a playthrough of the Candyland computer game, which was crazy. I used to love that game. Yeah, I'll find it and I'll send it
Yeah.
to you because it's like if you were into CD-ROM games, like that's like a nostalgia bomb in your face. It's awesome.
Yeah.
But I was watching Barbie Secret Agent and like it is funny to me to think like, oh yeah, back when studios and like, you know, developers of games or stories of any kind didn't think too hard about like being diverse in terms of casting,
Yeah.
it would just happen. They would just do it because Like,
Do it. Do
the girl, every time I hear that phrase, do it now, it's that
it.
song. But, yeah, like, in Barbie Secret Agent, like, the girl that is the main, like, in your voice, or in your ear, like, the girl behind the camera who's, like, helping you, like, train and helping you go on these missions, is, like, she's, like, in a wheelchair. And I'm like, okay,
Right.
disability representation, that's not a thing that I see anymore. She's
It's
just
like we're like
chilling.
word.
Yeah, I love it. It's awesome. Anyway, I get really excited about that kind of
Kolioko.
shit.
I love Kolioko. Kolioko also deserve more justice because again, when you take stuff and make it into live action, you lose the plot. Because the thing is with Kolioko, the Kolioko had an ending, so I'm not mad at
Yeah.
Kolioko. It ended. It was done. It had a good ending. I appreciated the ending. And like also, I did there's a TRG out there that I'm part of that is part of the Kolioko world. So check that out on
Incredible.
Records of the Rams.
You absolutely need to age up the cast when you make live action. Yeah.
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 Hey, yeah.
Um, okay. Unfortunately, it is about 10 minutes to 7, which is usually
Yeah.
around the time that we would go ahead and end our show. I don't
Yeah.
want to because I really like the story that we're making, but I feel like we've made so much cool shit. Like, we've added so much, like, lore and detail and other stuff.
Yeah.
But if everybody in but if anyone in the chat has any other questions, either for Captain and Tatiana or just for me or Taylor, throw them in the chat. Like I said,
And you
they're
don't have to
like,
redeem the channel point.
I was gonna say, yeah, like Taylor said, there's new people in here. If you don't have the channel points, don't want to redeem it, just ask us. Honestly, that's kind of true regardless, because I try and read everything in chat anyway. That, like, if you just ask me a question, I'll probably just answer it regardless of channel points.
Yeah.
I'll probably just start talking because I like yapping with you guys. You're cool. So, any
I
other
think also
questions for
with
us?
Tatiana will I think she will have like a delivery driver uniform. So like
Oh,
that's because that
yeah.
was her job, and so in my brain I
Yeah.
just kept on
That's
thinking
fun.
that she was wearing like a FedEx uniform, like that, like something TredX or something like that.
Yeah,
Treading
Treadex is
water.
awesome, actually. I like
That's like
Treadex.
she wears the TredX
Yeah.
uniform and so it's like brown and stuff like that. And then they still
Yeah.
they still have her uniform so she can use it for recon missions and stuff. But I think that's how
Perfect.
they found her. She doesn't look cool when they first see her. Like
Yeah,
her
for
hair is
sure.
all pinned up in that cap hat and is wearing the boringest brown uniform ever.
Um, Cammy asks, "Is the city in a cloaking dome then?" Ooh, I don't think it's a cloaking dome. I think just maybe like I think what happens is that the landscape around it is almost like untraversable. I think it's just the fact that they are so landlocked and you have to have a certain level of like technology, like a certain
Mm-hmm.
level of equipment to be able to traverse that level, that like landscape, whether it's like maybe radiation or like just extreme heat or extreme dryness, whatever it may be. Like the
I think
so,
District 9 is cloaked.
yes, District 9
District
is
9 is always
cloaked,
cloaked.
but that's why I think that's why it like is like intraversable. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
you have to like you either accidentally get through this crazy thing, or it's like you have to traverse through this insane desert landscape that is like impossible if you don't have the right mode of transportation.
Yeah.
Um well, I don't know what Game Jousters is talking about because I don't know anything about Lyoko.
Look, Kolioko.
You can get out, but you probably won't. Yes.
Yes.
And you probably don't want to. Exactly. You probably won't, you probably don't want to. I think there was some city like government approved uh city made like available transportation that would get you from uh that would get you like in and out of the city, but that was the underground transportation system, and when it was found out that the pirates were kind of taking over and like utilizing that system, the city itself cut off that power grid and cut off that like source so that the train can't actually run past city borders.
Hmm.
And now the train just doesn't run at all.
Right.
And now they use more like above ground, like almost like SkyTrain type things.
Hmm.
I love it. I think we've come up with some really cool shit. I think we have a lot of lore and we have a lot of good like, you know,
And again,
interpersonal.
everyone in chat come out of retirement and of
Please,
AO3 and Wattpad and write up this story. My
I need
DMs
to
are
see more
open
details.
for questions and
Absolutely.
links.
Listen, the DMs are always open. So that is something that I actually have a hard time, like I don't really remember to like mention this in the stream a lot of the times, but I'm going to start remembering this a lot of like if you have any of your own like OC ideas, if you want to make a character that lives in this world, fucking make up headcanons about one of the captain's like crew members. Make up a random
Yeah.
civilian. Make up one of the mafia head of the rivals, or one of the government officials. Like if you have OC ideas, or if you have any kind of like if this inspires any new stories or ideas from you, tell me. DM me. My DMs on Instagram are always open, and I will go feral for people who come up with new, cool like story ideas, or just hit me up with ideas of more things that they want to do. So go and tell me about these, or just post them. A lot of these are like, hey, the point of this show. Oh, I hear people cheering. Something good must have happened in the sports ball game.
The halftime
But
show.
oh, is it okay? But yeah, like I want to hear about y'all's ideas in this. The point of this show is to inspire new ideas and create new worlds and make new friends. Literally, LOL. Get it? Because we're making characters that are friends. Anyway, um,
Uh,
I love it. So, I'm gonna go ahead and give our little recap of everything that we've created. Unless Taylor, do you want to give us a little like movie trailer in a world where kind of
in the world.
recap of what we've created? Would you like to try and give us our little wrap up?
Oh, like just like describing everything from Tatiana's point of view.
Yeah, just honestly, I love that. Yeah, if you want to just put like everything that we've spent the last 2 hours on, if you want to condense it into a little description,
What's the name of our world?
that's a great question. What would the name of the city be?
Yeah.
I feel like this is harder than naming characters. Naming like
If
cities and places and stuff.
we're sticking to ATEEZ, the ATEEZ lore in the VR concert, they name
Mhm.
everything has to be named by a song title.
Oh, okay. Hmm. Off the top, why is it I have suddenly forgotten every song title that they have?
Like this is
Let's see. AT songs names. Let's go. I mean, honestly, what is this? AT songs. Give me a list. Let's go.
okay. Name it Ariba or Shaboom.
Uh, Gorilla. Halazia.
Halazia. Well, I wouldn't want to name it Halazia since we're like our
True.
Halazia.
Let's see. Wonderland is interesting.
New World.
New World.
Mhm.
Yeah, honestly. There's also
I
a
don't think
song that's
government.
just
I don't think the
called.
government is
There's
that.
also a
I
song that's
don't
just
think.
called Utopia. Um,
I was like, well, yeah, you could call it utopia because the government thinks this would be a utopia place to be at.
yeah, especially because it's like the only like this is the utopia. This is the space where maybe because they don't no one wants anyone to know that the District 9 and that these other places exist. They're like, this is the only inhabitable city left for like hundreds of miles or whatever. So it is the utopia because this is where you survive.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Calling it utopia, I think works.
Unless it's at Oasis. I don't know if they have a
Ooh,
song called
I don't think they have a song called Oasis. I like the idea of naming it Oasis because it's like a different. It's like one, especially if like the rest of it is in like a desert. I feel like that makes sense. But if we are going specifically off of ATEEZ song titles, I would go with
Utopia.
Utopia. Aurora
Yeah.
would be interesting too. Is Aurora still in chat? Hi, Aurora. I miss you.
It could be like the world's called Utopia, but the government could be called Oasis.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. Maybe the because we've talked about how like they control seriously the like food supply. Maybe there's like one singular, like they don't call it a grocery store, but it's one singular place in the center which is like a massive like food, I don't want to say food bank or grocery store, but it is like one massive place where people get their food for their supplies, and they call it the Oasis
Right.
because that's where they
Yeah.
get their food supplies. I love it. Marketplace. Yeah, marketplace is what I'm thinking about. Yeah, but they have like one
Yeah.
center area because that is where, because all of the food is very like packaged, manufactured, like government controlled. But that is where everyone gets their food from.
Yeah.
I love it. I think
I
that's
like that.
awesome. All right. So, do you want to give our little recap of
Yeah,
what
so
we've
I
made?
think like so I think yeah, like, if you picture it, the year 3000, you land into the world of Utopia. It's kind of like you're still like steampunky, Mad Maxy. It's still like futuristic, but also like dark, gloomy, and everybody's just trying to live and get by unless you have high paying jobs in like government and government facilities or just like the government likes you, you probably have better pay. You probably see Tatiana living alone, one bedroom apartment, just trying to get by, almost like a college student kind of energy level. She would go, so she finally got a job with TreadX, and with TreadX, it's just like you just deliver mail over and over until she got a special assignment from her manager to do a special package for like the leader themselves to somewhere. So she was doing it, and the box that she was giving to the other mafia team, the Oasis crew. So she tried to deliver it there. It probably was a trap, and they try to blame her because she was a scapegoat for the government on that. And so the Oasis is trying to chase her. She runs away, still in her little uniform and stuff. Um, she knows the underground is very forbidden, so she's like, they won't go down there. So she went down there, territory crossed over, and then she stowaways in a train. And she thought the train was abandoned until the lights came on, and then it started shooting out and started driving away. And that's when she just kind of lay low for a moment because she's like, I don't know where I'm at. And then she started traveling through the carts, and that's when she started hearing voices. And when she heard voices, she sees the meeting. There's probably like a holographic about like the map of the city and a map of a place that looks upside down too, which is District 9. And she probably like doesn't comprehend what's happening, but she's also amazed by it. Knocks over, like she trips over like a rusty bar on a seat, and that's when like all the eyes are on her of like 8 men just staring at her, probably more men, other crew members and cruise ships that probably is unnamed right now, looking at her as she's like, hey. And they all think that she's about to be like another trap from the government. And then after like explaining herself to this, one get introduced to the captain. Do you want to interject to talk about the captain or take
Yeah,
the back half of the story?
I'll do it. Okay. So what Tatiana sees is a meeting of this crew of now infamous. Their faces are plastered all over the city in these wanted posters. These wanted, not even posters. These big like, almost like billboards that you would find in like a New York Times, like these screens that show like, have you seen these men? Of these faces. The largest of which and the most notorious of which is the captain, who is this man with I would say, I'm trying to think of which era Hong Jun this is. So it's medium, maybe light brown hair, kind of pulled back with an eye patch on. You know exactly the look I'm thinking about. With an eye patch on, and honestly, he doesn't even really turn his head to look. There's almost like a mechanical sound from behind the eye patch of like a before he turns his head and turns his attention to whatever noise it was that interrupted their meeting. because what they're trying to do is figure out their way out of the city. They're trying to their power source and their supply or their tracks on this train that they have commandeered years ago as their new like home base has been completely cut off from leaving the city, and now they have to find a way to actually traverse out of the city to get to this District 9 because they know that that is the only place where they can get actual fresh food. Fresh, natural food, not just this processed, regulated stuff that the government gives them. But when the captain hears this, he looks over and he sees this random civilian, this random person, and immediately does think like, oh, this is a trap. Someone sent a spy. Someone found us, you know? And so sends his guys off to grab her and get her, like, take her into, I guess what would be like the head of the train, like the cockpit area, but they call it the captain's quarters, and take her in there so that he can, like, kind of interrogate her and figure out, like, who are you? Where did you come from? Why are you here? And all the while, I feel like she can hear this, like, almost scanning noise coming from behind the eye patch, this almost, like, these like, mechanical noises of something that she can't see what's behind there. She says, all right, and finally they come to an agreement of, sure, you just want to go home. Turns out, you know, you say you're just a civilian. I trust you. I believe you. But you work for TREDx, and you've clearly done a few jobs for people who we want to know more about. So we make this deal that we have a certain thing that's about to happen in the city. What did you described it really interesting. It was like a chain restaurant that was about to open that was going to like basically put all of the local like restaurants out of business. And so
It's called Cluckers.
It was what?
It's called Cluckers.
Called Cluckers. Yep. Absolutely. And
it has the world's creepiest chicken mascot on the front.
I love that. That's terrifying. I'm just imagining the fucked up chicken robot from Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, literally.
Horrifying. I think of stuff of nightmares. But we need to take this chain restaurant down. And so after this big job, especially after like something goes wrong within it, and the captain ends up having to like step in and save Tatiana's life. It's decided, okay, you've done the one job for us, you can go. But after now learning everything that the pirates actually have in mind, what their goals are, what we want to do to actually, you know, improve the city and actually take down these evil powers that be that keep us all held down, Tatiana decides, hey, I kind of like you guys and I kind of want to work with you guys more. And I'm leaving the ship thing ambiguous. Y'all guys can decide if you want to ship them or not. I don't
use
have
your imagination, or she's gonna get with a different crew member.
Who knows?
Or no one at all.
Who knows? Yeah. You know what? I will leave that open to when I inevitably bring you back for a sequel episode, because that's something I really want to start doing, because I think that'd be fun.
Leave it up to the Wattpad at AO3s that's coming out of retirement today.
Cammy, I expect an AO3 link.
Please, I expect a whole report by a week. You don't even have to finish it.
I love it.
Oh my god.
Cammy's like, shit, I got called out.
I was like,
ooh, messy situationship with a government official. Oh, that's fun. Oof.
You know, the TREDx
manager. Hey, Cammy, go follow Not Quite Novelist on Instagram and we'll talk.
I was like, Spunky Taylor, are you in, like, I was like, Cammy, I was like, never mind. Let's say, like, if you're black, I have a all black K-pop group chat. You can hit me up there too.
Go do that. On that note, Taylor, thank you so much for joining my show. I have been like waiting for the day. I'm like, I gotta get Taylor on my show. This is gonna be so fun. I love it. I'm so happy you came today. This was fun. Thank you so much for also celebrating my 1-year anniversary of being a Twitch streamer.
Yay! I'm happy to be here.
And now I have my fork, and then I'm gonna go eat my cake off stream because I haven't eaten any of the cake so far. I'm gonna go ahead and find someone to raid out to, but while I do that, Taylor, where can people find you? What's your vibe on the internet?
Hey everyone, if you don't know me, my name is Taylor, aka Spunky Taylor. I am a black variety content creator, TRPG performer, and K-pop enthusiast. You can find me everywhere at Spunky Taylor, except on Twitch on Spunky Taylor Games. I create a bunch of random content. I'm heavily known on TikTok. I make a lot of the memes, I cosplay, I do all that jazz. If you want to see me as a TRPG performer, you can catch me on Fridays with Hex Heist. Hex Heist is an all black table in a cyberpunk world, in a cyberpunk world where we're witches, trying to do heists and magical items and stuff while trying to figure out ourselves along the way. That's going to be on How You Love Darling's channel. We'll be on at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can watch the episode.
Yes, and I love How to Love Darlin. I love Meadow so much. She's also been on my channel. So go to the Not Quite Novelist YouTube channel and find that episode because we made shapeshifters, and Meadow asks the wildest questions when on stream because she said, "Hey,
Yeah,
what if shapeshifters turn into just actual shapes?"
yeah.
That was a whole thing. So that was
And I
chaotic,
love
and it was a
Meta. That's
great
bestie
time.
right there.
We love Meadow. We're gonna go ahead and raid out to Turtles and Chill because it is literally just a channel where you get to watch a turtle tank and listen to lo-fi music, and I think that's fun. And it's a great way to like chill out and end the night. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this raid started.
So
On that
good.
note, make sure you go follow Not Quite Novelists on Instagram. Go follow on Threads. That's where you're gonna see all of the announcements of the next guests. You're also gonna see any like bonus content that I'm going to try and make. I promise you I'm working on it. I promise, even though I'm not posting anything other than promos and stuff. But go follow them. Also go follow Not Quite Novelists on YouTube. All of my previous streams, all of my previous episodes are uploaded there. This one will also get put on YouTube sometime this week as well if you feel like rewatching and listening to all the cool shit that we've created tonight. Yeah, thank you to all the like new, thank you Cammy, thank you to the new people that showed up. Thank you for helping me get to a new follower goal. That was nice. Yeah. On that note, be kind, be chaotic, and be creative, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.